Hey guys, what is up? Back with another video, and today I'm going to be making my 2024 summer predictions for the country. This does not include Alaska and Hawaii, as I could not find much data for those two states. But anyways, let's get into it. So, first off, I'm going to work my way from north to south here. We have warm and wet wild card up in the Great Lakes to Northeast region, mainly because due to the spring time right now, as spring is here, it has been very wet in these areas, especially from personal experience. It's been very wet, and it's gonna be a little warm, so that's what we can see for these areas that are highlighted in orange. I'm not good draw, so sorry. Next up, I want to move over to the Rocky Plain areas here. And these areas are cooler. While, of course, it's summer, I don't think it's going to be well, of course, it's summer. It's not going to be chilly, but it's still going to be cooler throughout these regions due to colder air coming in from Canada. So that is the expectation for the summer. Of course, I'll update this. I'll probably update this by May, and eventually final forecast will be coming out in early June or late May. Next up on our list is going to be the hot and wet region. Is because while it's going to be warmer than these areas up here, it's still going to be wet, it looks like, for these regions. Next up, we have a hurricanes region. Now, it's going to be questionable, but due to the ominous look on the hurricane forecast this season, I would expect these areas and possibly even these areas up here could get some hurricanes. So basically, the whole eastern coast we're just watching out for. So if you live in like the eastern coastal United States, you can still expect hurricanes. These are just the main areas. Next up is going to be the severe weather region. As we transition into a La Nina over the course of the summer, La Nina favors more the Ohio Valley, the Oklahoma areas, in Texas, and around in Kansas and those areas, in typical tornado alley fashion. Next up, finally, here is neutral. These areas are going to be like a neutral zone. I don't expect much to go on from them. Here, it's going to be, your typical average deserty, warm summer. And finally, probably the worst region is the hot and drought region. California, I'm sorry to say, but you guys are going to get some very hot and drought-like conditions. Temperatures, I want to say, are going to be, these are, looking at this is very warm and drought. And usually this favors northern storm tracks. It's just going to be very dry in this region in general over the summer. So, yeah, it's going to be dry in the north and hot in the south, I'd say. So, really, I don't... yeah, it's going to be really bad over there. So, make sure to, get prepared for a very warm season. Even though the 2022-23 forecast... 2022-2023 forecast was long by a long shot. That was not common. That was not a common. So this is what we could be seeing. Now I want to talk about something else for this season, is hurricane season. This year, I've talked about this a lot on the channel, but this year is probably going to feature one of the most active years of hurricanes by far, too. Due to La Nina, which is bringing some colder temperatures along the equator here. And the Aleutian low and the North Pacific high are warmer than usual. Those, well, no, but yeah, just the conditions are set up for very favorable. Like, since we're going into a strong La Nina. La Nina does not have much wind shear compared to El Nino, as this year we barely, last, no, this, like last summer we started, at the end of hurricane season, we started to see it dwindle. There wasn't much happening. So, again, I like to talk about this a lot, is the MDR, or Main Development Region for hurricanes. This is where most develop. Sometimes some will develop over here. I like to call this the, secondary development region. So, these two are usually the most favorable for development. Also, they can come off here due to general low pressure turning into tropical storms or extra tropical storms. So, what do you think is going to be the most likely path? Well, looking at this, it looks like they're going to either travel one of two ways. One is the most concerning way, up through the Gulf of Mexico and basically just hit the coast. They usually have to wrap around the coast sometimes, or they'll just do this and basically go into Europe in those areas. So, yeah, that's what we're expecting for this year's hurricane season. And yeah, that's going to wrap up the video, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking and subscribing. And as always, see you next time.